Today we are going to be asking the question, is Killing Floor 3 dog shit? And my quick answer is immediately going to be no. I've probably put like well over 25 hours into it. I got it day one. I'm currently playing it on PS5. I've heard there's definitely some mixed reviews on Steam. It definitely appears that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X have slightly more commendable reviews, but I have not only experienced but heard that the performance is a little shit. But that's what we're going to get into today. So obviously this video is unscripted. Kind of just wanted to put out my thoughts on the game because it's new and everybody is either, you know, hit or miss with it. And with my personal experience with the game, it is pretty fucking fun. Couple things I would like to note, obviously. To start, there is some discrepancies between this one and the second one, I would say. A brief callback. I've been playing Killing Floor since Killing Floor 1 and 2 and now 3. So I've kind of played this game for a long time. But immediately I kind of did notice there was some things off about Killing Floor 3. Not that it's terrible. The game kind of released in a pretty poorly optimized state, I think, across the board. Which I think with Tripwire is pretty much par for the course, if I'm recalling correctly. So, I mean, say what you will, obviously. I played Cyberpunk day one, so, you know. But we all know how that went. But yeah, it's pretty dog shit on the performance. I think on PS5 I'm getting pretty much anywhere between like 25 and 30 frames. On multiplayer, I actually don't even play the multiplayer, just because it's performatively pretty rough at the moment. Especially once you get like 6 players in there. I can't tell. It doesn't seem to be the amount of Zeds on the screen. It seems to be the amount of players. So I'm not sure what that is, but that is pretty rough at the moment. So I've pretty much avoided the multiplayer. But is the game good? And long and short is, I would say yes. Trying not to be a shill right now because the game has definitely got its issues. I think a lot of people are getting hung up on the what is it? Let's see, the hero shooter aspect. If you really think about it, though, I don't think it's that much different than just the Killing Floor 1 and 2. I mean, you do have like ultimate abilities, which I think is, honestly, does it make the game better? No. Does it make the game worse? Not really either. So I feel like it's not really something to get hung up on like too much. I feel like people just have like hero shooter fatigue at the moment. So, you know, say what you will. It's definitely not like Call of Duty with hero shooter attributes. So I mean, take that however you will. But it's not terrible. If you really like think about it, without trying to shill, I think the way the classes already played in the second one, when you're online and you have your medic and your support and your, you know, firebug, all the classes, your berserk, they all kind of play into you know, certain things in the game. So I definitely think in terms of multiplayer, the game kind of already sort of played like that with just how they have the class system already designed. They definitely leaned into it like more, and like honestly just the label of hero shooter. I think everybody has a fucking Concord fatigue over here. So, and I mean, we all are Concord fatigued. So I really don't blame anybody for thinking ill of that. Quite frankly, I mean, you know, with the modern era of gaming, the hero shooter label is pretty stained. I mean, I'd say the only really super good one at the moment is Marvel Rivals, and for obvious reasons. But generally, I don't think it actually changes the gameplay. I mean, it gives you an ultimate ability. They are currently working on fixing the that in general. So it's currently set up where it's locked. So if you're Mr. Foster is a commando. So I mean, not a big fan of that. Quite frankly, I feel like you should just be able to play who you want. But it's not really affecting the game, and they are going to fix that. So, I mean, it's okay to bitch about now. I mean, it's going to get fixed later. Don't crucify me for saying that. But they are working on that right now. So, I don't think it's like a massive issue, quite frankly. What is a massive issue for me, though, I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but quite frankly, I personally think the gore is heavily downgraded. You know what it is? I think a lot of games have opted in for this like chip away, like degrading body design. Dead Island 2 did it really good. Obviously, I feel like Dead Island 2 did it pretty solid, to be honest. Recent games like Doom Dark Ages have also done the chip away, like body dismemberment thing. I think it's pretty good. But if you already have a pretty good gore system in your games prior, I feel like the body chip away mechanic is good, but I feel like these games, including Killing Floor 3, kind of fall for this, like, it's replacing the other gore dismemberment systems they have, when it really shouldn't. It should be like an addition to that system. So like in Killing Floor 2, you had a system where basically the head was capable of chunking into, I think, like 4 or 5 pieces. So it was pretty detailed. And then there was the skin layer that you can peel off. So if you shoot them with like a low caliber, like 9mm, honestly, you probably don't see it too often in the game. But when you have a dead Zed on the floor, if you're a psychopath, and you shoot the head with your 9mm, the face would start to chunk off, and it looked pretty fucking crazy. You would get it in gameplay too. The game is just so fast you don't really notice it, but it was pretty intense. Then you had like, what was it, like I think like 16 or 17 or 18 or maybe more body parts, like just a disfigure. There's actually a body diagram in one of the maps in Killing Floor 2 that actually shows you the entire breakdown of, a dismembered Zed. There's quite a bit of parts. Torso, you can like cut them in half, banana split them motherfuckers, turn them into gore popsicles, all the good shit. Like there was multiple chunks of like dismemberment. It was pretty high tech. I mean, the game's 10 years old, and as far as gore systems go, it's pretty much, it's aging really fucking well, man. Like, it's aging better than like 99% of really gory shooters on the market. And like, see, the thing is like, this game does not have that. The torso, from what I can tell, is one piece, which is, it sounds a little rough for me to be sad about that, but it just used to be that you had multiple pieces. Like, you would throw a grenade, motherfucker would pop, and you would get like a very like slow-mo like firework of like 20 body parts, and then you add like 20 Zeds in a room, throw a grenade, there's like 50, 60 body parts flying all over the place. I haven't really seen that in this game. Like, there's pretty good like physics body part launches, but here's the thing. For the most part, the gore in this game is like the dismemberment chip away body thing, which I feel like is pretty fucking sick. Like, you can see the ribs. It's pretty nasty. It's gnarly, but that should have been in addition to the like immense like actual body dismemberment. So I don't want to talk about this for too long because I don't want to seem like a weirdo. But yeah, it really is, I want to say, a downgrade. Now, the blood splatter, like the blood decal when you shoot a Zed, his head pops, you blow off their arm, the little sprays of blood, that shit's pretty good. The clouds, pretty good. All the blood spray is honestly chef's kiss. Really good shit. Best on the market. I can't really say that I've seen like better blood spray out of a body in a game like currently. Now here's the thing that fucking pisses me off though, is the blood decals like on the floor. You know, in Killing Floor 2, this was a big thing. They literally said it in all their marketing. They wanted you to paint a whole fucking map in blood. The blood was super saturated, super bright red, dark, like metallic-y, fucking nasty looking blood, right? Looked sick as fuck. You sat in one room and you were like Demolition or whatever the hell you played. That map, like that area you stayed in, if you played endless mode, you could cover an entire map head to toe in super bright, nasty fucking like blood. And it was quite frankly sick. You know, all things considered. I mean, that's why you play Killing Floor. You want to see nasty fucking painted maps. I thought their system with that was pretty fucking good. So I didn't think they needed to change that. They had a system where they actually built every map with the blood layer under the decal for like the actual map. So when you would shoot a Zed, where the body landed or sprayed or whatever, that would change the layer of which the map was on, and it would show the red, so like the blood, and that's how that you would be able to paint a whole map. So honestly, pretty good tech. You know, I'm not like super technologically like, you know, sure how that all works exactly, beyond what they've just explained it as, but I don't think that system is in Killing Floor 3. Like, there is perpetual blood, but quite frankly, there's a super desaturation problem. I have some gameplay running in the background, so like correct me if I'm wrong, but it appears to me like the blood and like the decals turn really gray, like almost washed out, almost blends into the map entirely. And then it's really funny because then you have like these corpses that they laid all over the map after they fucking delayed the game and stuff. And there's like blood splatter that's already pre-rendered on the map, and that shit looks pretty fucking good. Like, that shit is fire. You know, you walk into a room and there's like a guy ripped in half, and it quite frankly looks super solid. Like, the blood that they already have pre-established on the map looks fucking great. It's nice and bright, super saturated, metallic-y, disgusting, great. Then in the exact same room, you could kill like 20 fucking Zeds, and it's really great and washed out. And I don't know if it's like a lighting bug or what, but it really pisses me off. It seems like it's kind of obvious. You know, you have super bright, obvious corpse blood that they pre-rendered on the map, and then you have the gameplay blood, and that's like kind of washed out and weird and desaturated and almost gray, which bothers me because the shit spewing out of the fucking Zeds, whatever, is super bright. And then you look at the map, and it seems to be rather inconsistent. I've caught many parts where it seems like it's the right color it should be, and then like the other 80% of the time it's super fucking desaturated and it looks really weird. I feel like they somehow messed that up. I'm not sure what's going on there. It could be like an optimization thing. Maybe they're just going to patch it out and I'm like retarded or something, which is fine. But currently it is bothering me. So like, it's just like in comparison to Killing Floor 2, it feels like a downgrade. I've had moments where there's like 30 Zeds, clear them all out, blow them up, shoot them in the face, whatever, you know, and it just seems like there's a little bit, but it's not anywhere near the sheer horrific amount of Killing Floor 2, which, I mean, it's kind of a bummer. So I don't want to get too stuck on that, but that's a big thing for me. I feel like there's many cases where it is downgraded, and it just feels like when you're shooting the Zeds, it doesn't feel as accurate and responsive. It feels like it kind of picks and chooses when you see that. It feels rather inconsistent, and honestly, the body parts seem rather inconsistent too, because I've had so many hours in this game already where it feels like, you know, sometimes I'm seeing a lot of body parts flying all over the place. I'm like, that's fucking sick. And then other times, I'm like, I don't know if it's like the guns you're using or not. It kind of feels like it, but even that feels inconsistent. So I'm not sure what's really going on there. I think they should definitely work on that. Shit, I mean, who knows? They might email me and be like, hey, you're a fucking idiot. It's just whatever you're using. I'd be like, okay, cool, that's fine. But just to my eyes, it seems rather inconsistent, though. You know, obviously, You know, if you played the game and you're like, oh, you're a fucking idiot, feel free to tell me in the comments. But yeah, that's kind of what it seems like right now. Obviously, big one. The gunplay is good. Is really good. It feels pretty modern, super crispy, pretty impactful, pretty all right. The animations are definitely solid. Like, they definitely did their work when doing the like delay. So I saw the differences between the delay and then before the delay. Like, they really did do like quite a bit of work to like alter a lot of shit. But it just seems like obviously there is like, well, first off, there's like fucking 4 weapons per player, like for perk. So what, you have like 6 perks in the game. That's not a lot of guns. I'm not gonna try and count, but like, I'm pretty sure Killing Floor 2 launched with somewhere around 30 guns later on the line. I mean, you had like what, like fucking 50, 60, 70 guns in Killing Floor 2 by the end of its inception. Granted, some of those were like reskins, but like before they started doing the bullshit reskins and blah blah blah, there was a lot of just their own guns in the game, and they're all really good. Like, they mocapped them at like 1,000 frames per second, and then they slowed it down to like 240 frames per second during the slow motion. Which is fucking insane. So the guns feel fucking crazy and look crazy. I know they're adding new guns, obviously, because the game just came out. So I'm not really worried about the amount of guns. It is Tripwire. They're going to update this game for like 10 years. So I'm not really worried about that. But in the initial phase of like it being released, it feels a little lackluster, which is sad. The guns they do have are good. I have really no complaints with them. I do feel like the guns could be punchier. They definitely did change the sounds, so that is good. It still feels a little off, though. I feel like there's something going on there where the guns are not quite as punchy as they should be. I see a lot of people online saying the guns feel very punchy and feel really good. So maybe I'm just weird. But comparatively, at least to Killing Floor 2, right? Not to other games on the market, but Killing Floor 2, the Killing Floor 2 weapons were fucking superb. So it's kind of a high bar, but it doesn't seem like they reached that bar. So obviously, it is going to be a disappointment because, you know, going from a 10-year-old game to modern day game, that feel should pretty much carry over, which it didn't. But I mean, they're not bad guns. They definitely feel really good. They feel snappy. Everything feels responsive until it doesn't. And that's not just the guns. The gameplay in general and the gunplay have a weird input lag, which, quite frankly, is pretty freaking annoying. It's not too bad, but there's like many times, even in this gameplay that I have going on in the background, where I'm tapping my left trigger to aim down sights, and it just doesn't. So I just opt in for hip firing, which feels pretty shitty while you're playing the game. So I really don't like the bitch, but it should. You push a button, it should do it. It's pretty annoying. The movement is good. I definitely like the mantling and the sliding and all the kind of modern touches. I don't think that's a bad thing, quite frankly. More mobility is never, honestly, a bad thing in any game. But it's not responsive. So there's a lot of times when you're doing something and it feels like you're pushing the button like once or twice or maybe even 3 times. Just doesn't do it at all. Pretty lame. I can't say I've died in-game from like bullshit reasons like input. I mean, honestly, in any Killing Floor, quite frankly, if you get cornered by 20 Zeds and you can't punch your way out of all of them, you typically die in kind of pretty rough ways, just getting bodied by like 20 guys. There's not really like a way to get out. So like obviously they do have the bash mechanic. That is pretty good. It feels about as good as Killing Floor 2, which I guess take that how you will. So that's not really any different. So Tripwire games really always have kind of a sort of pseudo jank to them. I don't think that's like terrible. I have like over 600, 700 hours in Killing Floor 2 alone, and probably equal, if not more, in Killing Floor 1. So, I mean, the games are generally considered stiff and like not unresponsive. So that's never really something that I would say, but definitely stiff, and they have like jank. But like it's good jank. Like it's like jank that you're like okay with, and you could definitely have skill in that game with that jank. This game definitely has jank, but it's not the same kind of jank. I want to say it's slightly more frustrating within like the confinements of Killing Floor 2. Like the jank, you can, if you played enough of the game, like you could master the game with the jank. I feel like this jank that this game has is a little more of an optimization issue. I feel like if it was more optimized, I feel like it would probably run better than Killing Floor 2 for sure. I would hope at least, right? That's kind of the idea. I can't see it not running better, so I think it's definitely an optimization thing. So hopefully that is ironed out. Obviously with modern games, you never fucking know. So guess we'll see. There's a big old pipeline of roadmap shit they got, so it seems like it's in safe hands. Fingers crossed. Hopefully they don't pull a fucking Killing Floor 2 after Saber Interactive bought them, or Embark Studios, somebody. But yeah, they started doing like monetized guns and stuff. In Killing Floor 2, the monetization was pretty rough towards the end. I don't think at the moment this game has bad monetization. Obviously, it's got all the fucking modern bullshit like supply passes, whatever. I mean, you can be mad about it, but literally every fucking game you're going to play has it. I don't think it's that invasive. They pretty much kind of pulled a Helldivers too, so you can kind of just buy the supply pass from playing the game after a period of time. So I don't think that's bad. They didn't add any guns. It seems to be purely cosmetic, so I'm not really sweating. I'm literally never going to spend money on this game outside of the purchase itself. So I'm not really like sweating it, but if they start adding guns, I'm going to be a little annoyed. They did promise, though, that they weren't going to add guns into DLC, or like microtransactions or whatever you want to call it. So I think it's good. I don't think it's going to be a big issue. And honestly, it doesn't seem that invasive or anything. It's just cosmetics, which if you carry, you carry. You don't, you don't. I don't really give a fuck. I think there's like 2 games on this planet that I've ever bought microtransactions for. And one of them was Marvel Rivals. So, I mean, you know, it's not really relevant. But yeah, and as far as the actual character designs go, I saw a couple people, like, I guess sort of frustrated by it. It's relatively inoffensive and not really an issue for me. I don't think the character designs are shitty. Not really Killing Floor, but not awful. Like no Concord. Like we're not hitting Concord levels here. So it's really not that bad. I mean, you have your Mr. Foster, all those guys, Devlin, Luna. Fucking can't remember the other guys' names for some reason. I don't think that, you know, it's not that important. But, I mean, they're not bad character designs. They're not really, I guess, that important, I guess. The Ninja's cool. Ninja's fucking sick. Dr. Fosty's always cool. So, I mean, can't really dog on it. I've never really been, like, too big on the Killing Floor character designs anyways. I mean, unless you're rocking the Mr. Chicken fucking outfit or DJ Scully. So, like, there's the iconic shit, but that is currently absent. But, I mean, it is what it is. But as far as gameplay goes, like, guys, I'm fucking hooked. Admittedly, I have my gripes with the game, like, kind of a lot. Mostly optimization. It mostly boils down to some of the gunplay feel. Disappointing in comparison. Can't be. I mean, it's good. It's good modern shooting, so it's not bad. Definitely not no Killing Floor 2, but it's not bad either. It's good. You know, gunplay good. Gunplay is good. Gameplay is really good. Not optimized, which makes it not great all the time. But I mean, frame rate. Oh fuck, dude, the frame rates are pretty dog shit. But I mean, besides that, I mean, it's really good. I mean, I've been fucking hooked. Can't stop playing this fucking game. Even with the things that piss me off. I know I kind of was just sitting here complaining about a bunch of shit for like 99% of this video. But trust me, guys, the game is actually fun. People like to complain on the internet, and people like to be mad and, you know, frustrated, which in a lot of cases I do agree with. In a lot of cases, I think, you know, you just need to play the fucking game. For the most part, it's not like Avowed or some schlop that's come out in the last fucking year or whatever. It's pretty decent. I'm definitely having a blast. It's $30, I think, like $40. Nothing really to be upset about. So if you want to play the game, I would say you should play the game. I mean, I'm having a great time. I'm kind of avoiding the multiplayer right now, but for 99% of my Killing Floor experience, I pretty much always play solo anyways, so it hasn't really affected me. I would say if you're going to play it, you're going to play it. Honestly, if you do hate bugs and like frame rate shit pisses you off, I would wait probably a couple of updates. But I would not write this game off. Tripwire has a very good track record of just updating the actual fuck out of their games for like 10 years. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure Killing Floor 2 up until like 6 months ago was getting updates. So, I mean, they're pretty impeccable about just keeping their games fucking rolling. So I wouldn't worry about that. This game's going to have longevity. It's not going to be like, you know, some Call of Duty. You're not going to have like 1 million plus players on it at once. But the people that play Killing Floor will literally always play Killing Floor. Without a doubt, you're always going to find a lobby. I can find lobbies for Killing Floor 1 and 2 to this fucking day. Killing Floor 2 is 10 years old. Killing Floor 1 is, God, 20 years old, maybe. Close to that, at least. I mean, you got full lobbies over there. This game's going to have life and longevity, so I really wouldn't worry about it. I'm definitely not worried about it. I'm going to be playing this game for, you know, next 10 years until they drop another one. So just enjoy it. I mean, there's nothing really much more to say. I mean, the game came out pretty unoptimized, and if that bothers you, that bothers you. If it doesn't bother you, then pick it up. Generally, that shit doesn't really bother me. I buy it, and, you know, I mean, you're gonna buy it anyways. So I'm kind of a guy that has to buy things day one, just because I'm a fucking dweeb. But you know, buy it when you want. It's a good game though. I've been pretty fucking hooked. Probably not gonna make a whole bunch of videos on it, but you know, probably make at least one or two. But I did think it was important to at least make this video, mainly just because a lot of people are pretty upset and like, I don't know, with the market of video games, it's easy to get upset about video games, and then you just don't play that game. So it's you know, people want to, you know, vote with their wallet, and I vote with mine. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, if you want to play something, I mean, don't use the internet as your full send to making a decision. I mean, if you like Killing Floor, you should absolutely play it. I mean, it's wholeheartedly a Killing Floor game. It plays. Honestly, it feels more... Dude, don't crucify me for saying this, but this feels better and more classic-ish-esque than Killing Floor 2, for sure. I felt like Killing Floor 2 kind of got campy and goofy, which the first one had, but Killing Floor 2 kind of took it really far, which is fine. I still put like a fuck ton of hours in it. But, like, you know, this one's definitely more serious, and the tone is a lot more my pace, which is... It's definitely more in tone with the first one. Not so grindhouse, still sad. But, you know, they're getting close, and I really don't think it's going to be replicated, but it's its own fucking game, and it's good, man. I'm probably going to be hooked on this shit. Fucking, you know, my wife and kids probably won't see me for a while. I'm going to be shipping off to fucking playing Killing Floor 3 for how many more months and years, but it's good. So check it out, and don't let my opinion or other people's opinions bother you. Play the game, find out for yourself, and, you know, definitely just be weary of the optimization, for sure. But other than that, I just kind of wanted to go over this Killing Floor 3 debacle on whether it's good or not. You know, the Maverick meter, it's kind of like sitting at about a crispy like 7 or 8. And when they update it, it'll probably be a solid 9. So, I mean, don't like being the guy that's like, oh, it'll get good when it's updated. But probably fucking will. And, I mean, I have faith in them. So, yeah. I mean, that's Killing Floor 3. And, you know, play it. Don't play it. But otherwise, have a good day.